Oh.
Just a small town girl.
Just
a little small town girl.
Just an ordinary girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bachelor of Science podcast and Odyssey through Ignorance. My name's Conrad. I'm wearing a pink shirt. I just got done hiking. I'm kind of tired. I took a dump in public today. I'm here with two guests, one that won't be named. Larry, we'll call him. And then,
Sure.
Out of that, I'm here with Robbie. We're waiting on Mike to come out here. But,
Yeah. Don't copyright us for that. Let's not us playing that.
well, yeah, hopefully they can't hear the music in the background.
Oh.
Yeah, they probably can a little bit. But
As we
Yes.
speak, my Minnesota Vikings are...
we're transforming this content
Yeah.
with our own voices.
That's
so
true.
Our
This
own
is a
odysseys.
remix. Yeah, I know.
fair use.
We
YouTube.
the best podcasting. I'm the... no.
Cut.
Who's that guy that doesn't do anything?
That guy that doesn't do anything? That's a lot of guys.
No.
It's like the...
DJ
That's
Khaled.
like the generate.
Oh, DJ Cal, yeah, he just.
Well, no, I don't think he... I think he
Another
works
one.
his ass off. He just doesn't have any discernible talent.
I feel like.
I like
every
another
time-
one. Oh, sorry.
Every time I see anything with
Classic,
DJ
yeah.
Khaled, it's just like a video of him discovering something everyone knows about as if he's a child.
Well, honestly, I'm
You know?
jealous of him
Yeah.
now.
It's
Yeah.
like- he's like omelets. Like he's never, like he's never had a fucking omelet before. It's like, you ever seen this shit? And it's like, yeah, dude.
We
That's
the best eggs.
it's
So-
like, dog, that's an omelet.
So he's like Action Bronson, but he can't cook.
Pretty
Basically.
much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck, those are eggs.
He's like Action Bronson without his one discernible skill.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Action Bronson can rap. He can cook.
No, dude, I love
He's a
Action
fat
Bronson.
guy. He's got a lot of real estate for tattoos.
Well,
Usually-
he's also enough of a personality that like it doesn't even really matter how good he is at the thing
He
he's
is.
doing.
Well, yeah. No, he is.
Like you kind of love him no matter what.
Right.
Not a lot of people have that.
It's like his wife is the secret cook, and he's just like,
It's like Ratatouille.
yeah.
Does he have
It's
a
like-
wife?
Yeah, he has a wife.
Huh?
You know that Action
Wife,
Bronson.
kids.
How do you know that? Are you a fan of Action Bronson? Larry?
Are you confusing him
I've
with
heard
Jelly
enough
Roll?
random things about Action Bronson that
That's-
I've gathered that, so
Huh.
YouTube, yeah.
Wow. All right.
Action Bronson and Jelly Roll, same guy, different genres.
Could be.
They could go on tour as each other.
Dude, have you seen like Jelly Roll's like wife keeps like embarrassing him on podcasts, like talking about other dudes she's fucked and stuff?
Oh, that's great.
You noticed that?
No, I haven't seen that.
I saw like a
I don't
clip.
follow Jelly Roll.
No, I just saw like a clip of like a
about
podcast he's on, and she's like talking about all these other celebrities she's dated, and then she says she's like, oh, I don't even like a big dick. It's better when it's small. And then Jelly Roll just like takes a drink. He's just like,
That's not me. No.
takes a full sip, as it's known.
Yeah.
Is that like the red table talk? Is that like a Jada Pinkett type of situation?
Kinda, yeah.
It's like halfway to cuck.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like you can just tell he's very uncomfortable, but trying not to look uncomfortable about it.
Natural.
Yeah. He's like, no, I've totally come to terms with this. Fuck.
I'm totally comfortable with my wife's sexuality.
Might as
bummer.
well.
Okay.
I saw, dude. I saw a video of a bunch of like prisoners at like a fucking penitentiary
Yeah,
that were
that's
like,
where they hang out.
they were like fucking. Well, no, they were like petitioning to like try and get Jelly Roll to come to the prison and play a concert for them. And it's like a video they sent to Jelly Roll.
Call it homecoming.
Like one of them has a guitar and they're all like sitting on one of those like stainless steel lunchroom tables, and they're like, "Please, Jelly Roll, come to fucking South Carolina State Penitentiary and do a concert for us." It's like, dude, the only Jelly Roll you're getting is at the fucking commissary, dog.
Yeah,
just
worth
save
the
us,
butt.
dude.
Yeah. If you have someone wire you some money.
Yeah. So he's like the new Johnny Cash, basically. Like Jelly Roll.
Nah,
he raps,
That's,
It's country, right? Country rap.
Well, I don't know. He's
I
got
don't-
a.
He should do a cover of Don't Stop Believing.
I mean, he's got a good rap, like music saved my life and all this crap. And it's like I don't know many dudes with face tattoos that wouldn't say something like that.
yeah.
You know?
Oh, I see.
Also, did it?
Well, remains to be seen. He's famous now. That's usually bad for you.
Yeah.
That's
Ego, yeah.
And, you know, I don't want to speak for the guy, but it seems like he's been doing a lot of stuff that's probably bad for him for a while.
His name is Jelly Roll. For Christ's sake.
Yeah. I don't know how saved his life is. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, you know, he seems to be happy, maybe.
I mean, he's got a better career than me
Yeah.
for now.
And you're happy.
Sure.
We were just talking about that.
We were talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was
What is
saying
happiness? It's Bob Ross, or is it?
happiness is like a catch-all cover term for more complicated emotions.
That's true.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like the word beautiful. It doesn't really mean anything.
Well, like
By itself.
emotions, I feel like emotions are a lot less discernible than we feel like they are. You know, because like, I feel like it would really be sad if you couldn't feel sad.
Yeah, dude, you ever done Adderall?
That might be what true sadness is.
No.
It's just total lack of emotion entirely.
Yeah, I mean, I had a
Whoa.
roommate that
Depression.
was. I had a longtime friend that was on Adderall, and yeah, it's it changes.
Ha 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 ha. Look at how clean my room is.
you. Yeah. Well, they just come out. They just come out of their room and they have shark eyes, and you're like, oh, he did the Adderall.
Yeah, shark eyes. That's really good.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
guy's
God.
on a little bit too much.
Yeah, I can't unpicture that now.
Well, they just have these emotionless fucking eyes.
Oh, I was thinking of beady eyes when I thought of sharks. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you
Sorta.
can't see. You can't
Yeah.
see anything behind them. That's what I'm getting at.
But, oh.
Yeah, and if emotions are like part of the whole human experience, you know, like
Window to
good
the
or
soul.
bad, you should probably want to
Probably feel
have
them.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's. So Adderall basically just kind of gets rid of that soul, right? Kind of.
No,
I don't know if that's scientifically what
No,
it does.
no, Adderall
It's-
enhances your ability to not do or to do anything without getting bored.
yeah.
Like
To do anything without getting
That's
bored.
why. I mean, I'm probably
play
like.
solitaire for
I'm
8
probably.
hours.
I'm probably
Oh, God.
technically supposed to be on Adderall, but I just would rather not.
Oh, because the
You're
whole
also
like
a
trying
comedian.
to
You
retain
probably
focus.
benefit from therapy too.
Well, yeah.
Well, okay, I heard an interesting stat. There's more people in therapy now than there ever have been in the United States.
People are also less happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
These guys aren't doing their job. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, it's almost like it's
a popular
a
movement.
It's almost like it's a business plan or something.
Yeah,
Huh.
no, nobody wants to heal you. They want you to come
Yeah.
back for the next installment.
It's a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Therapy.
Like the chiropractor that never fixes your shit. Or the
That's
mechanic.
relatable, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
they prick your spine with a little bit of fentanyl.
I guess like
and you're
anything,
wondering why you want to keep coming back.
anything could be racketized, but
Well, especially
Yeah,
when
like-
that's like the grand incentive for anyone to do anything in your society.
how many people need therapy versus like how many people can just get their shit together?
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of like a personal trainer.
Yeah.
You know, like I know people who have had a
If you don't
personal.
do the exercises at home, yeah.
Well, I mean, I know people who have had a personal trainer for like 5 years, and it's like you haven't figured the shit out by now.
2 sets of this.
They have
3
you.
sets
They
of
have
that.
you do roughly the same thing on a repetitive, increasing workload basis. Like you'd think you would kind of crack the code at a certain point, and you wouldn't need the guy.
Wait a sec. I can do this by myself.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it has to do with like underlying trauma that they're not addressing that puts them in a feedback loop of habits to where they don't want to do the work themselves some
Well,
more.
and I think part of, especially with the personal trainer thing, is like people really pay for a personal trainer because it gives them accountability for what they're doing. You know?
Yeah, that's
and they don't have to
it's-
self-
There's a guy sitting there yelling at shit.
Yeah,
You
no.
can't be delusional.
And
It's
now
this
you're
guy.
like, you're
Kinda
thinking
like-
about, you're like, if I go 100 grams over on my carbs today, I'm gonna have to explain it to someone on Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't just get away
yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wish it away.
It's a lot easier to explain that type of shit to yourself than it is to someone else.
That's true. It's kind of like certain things people go to college for. You can actually learn on the internet nowadays.
Almost
but,
anything.
Almost fucking anything,
Yeah,
yeah.
a lot
You
of
just-
things.
The
I'd just
college
like
is
you.
really just to like put in a stamp of approval and be like, yeah,
This
he
guy
learned
can
the
take a
shit.
dump and follow orders. Yeah. No, but if you want to learn anything,
PhD.
and this is the thing that fascinates me about AI, I don't understand why everybody's so fucking scared of it because,
Because Terminator and Elon Musk.
sure. But You don't get Terminator side of the story.
And Matrix.
Right.
You know?
Well, I was gonna say.
It could just be misunderstood.
I was gonna say Terminator is also fiction, and Elon Musk is not the brightest.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, it's like, the cool thing about AI and the cool thing about the internet is that you are pretty much limited to knowing anything that you are curious enough to ask about. You know?
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
no longer like,
Or have the work ethic to actually learn.
well, I mean, yeah. True. That as well.
You just have to not use it endlessly for consumption.
Right, and okay, so like most of the people who are going to do that are doing it with the tools that are available anyway, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm guilty of that. I got the stupid games on my phone. I do them shits. I'm not proud of it, but I will kick your ass at them. And then, I mean, who's that on? I mean, really, like,
Well, yeah. I mean, we would have something just as insidious if it weren't for the internet. I guarantee you.
like what? Like pigeons that carry nudes, or
Well, just I mean,
Pigeons
we
that
would
carry-
that's how human beings are wired.
Owls.
So like we would fucking create something that would be just as insidious to us as the internet is, if not more. But the internet is also a tool. It's just how you use it, how
It's
you
written
use the things that are around, you,
maktub.
not what they
right?
are necessarily.
So typically, the progression goes with humanity is like we make a thing, we figure out how to destroy stuff with it,
Yeah.
and then we figure out how to build with it.
We're just the architects of our own misery.
Sounds like a lot of trauma. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's where all our trauma comes from. Too. It's all
Generational.
from human invention. You know, like the economy.
Well, what about
Shit like
getting
that.
eaten by
Or
tigers?
the outcome.
Well, yeah, but that's not that much
Eaten by
misery.
tigers.
That's like 5 minutes of misery tops, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but like
And the
we're
whole
talking
plot
about
for Tiger
built-in
King.
fears.
Well, yeah. But those are the fears you want. You know, we're afraid of like fucking talking to each other and shit,
Right. Because of a holdover,
yeah.
because there's no more tigers.
and because we created all kinds of
Tigers.
systems and
Bring back.
concepts
Yeah,
that,
but you're still
that
looking
haunt
for the
us.
tiger.
Yeah.
You know? Like one of the things that I've heard is that it's better to have like a false positive reading better to have a false positive reading to think that something's there and have it not be there, evolutionarily speaking, than it is for it to be the other way around. Like people who are really light sleepers or are paranoid or have anxiety, you know, they hear a rustling in the bush. What was that? You know?
Yeah.
If nothing's there, they live. If something's there, they can act. And then those people live. The people that sleep through it and just ignore that stuff get erased from the gene pool.
That's why you shouldn't take Oxycontin.
Now, hold on. Flip side of that, Robbie. Especially in Tornado Alley, all right? I'm pretty sure that most of these guys that slept through the tornado to wake up in a cornfield
Yeah.
were just seconds away from ODing before getting picked up by a finger of God. Like, yeah, like, it's not all bad. It's mostly bad. But used correctly. You know, Oxycontin, great tornado.
Survival.
Yeah.
Tool. Yeah.
Breakfast for
Yeah,
champions.
just pop a couple tabs and get in the bathtub. You'll be all right.
Yeah. No, that's protocol. Get high as fuck and pass out
Get
before
all
we
the-
get. Yeah.
Get all the pets in the bathtub with you.
Yeah, that'd be crazy, dude. Imagine like,
It's a big bathtub. Yeah.
well,
You just pile
the
them
thing
on
about
top.
bathtubs now is they make them out of fiberglass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
No.
But
Does that have microplastics in it?
I mean,
Yeah.
it gives you the
Ah.
illusion of safety,
Not
and that's
good.
really what matters in a tornado.
that's true.
Just fiberglass.
Just feeling okay.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed.
Some Dexter shit.
If you live in Oklahoma, you need to get one of those in-ground storm shelters.
And then use it as a pool in the summertime.
And then your dad starts storing things in it, and then it gets so full of shit that when there's a tornado, you have nowhere to go.
That's good, yeah. You open the door and it's full of just fucking Little Debbie's. That's good.
Poltergeist or
Beer
tornado?
cans he was saving for a project.
Yeah. I'm gonna make art out of these.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. That was, oh man, I remember like me and my buddies, once upon a time, drank enough like Budweiser cans to make furniture. It attracted ants, so we had to get rid of it.
I can imagine.
Yeah, what kind of furniture,
The
though?
ants
I'm
provided
curious,
most of the
like-
structural
Well,
integrity for the furniture.
Any piece of furniture that you can make out of cylindrical Tetris blocks.
Oh,
That
I
makes any
see.
sense. Yeah, so like you got a very basic couch.
Bed frame.
Yep. You could throw them all in a big bag and have a beanbag chair that's really sharp in places.
A
Chainmail?
bathtub.
Well, you could. I mean, you could work it. That would be a project. That wouldn't be fun in the traditional sense.
Yeah.
Is chainmail ever fun in the traditional sense?
I mean,
Fucking heavy,
it's
dude.
gotta feel pretty cool.
Oh yeah, you jingle everywhere you go.
Yeah, no good. Yeah.
You're like a
You're
janitor
like
on
a janitor,
steroids.
It's Chris Kringle.
Yeah. I'm ready to get shot with an arrow.
That was why they fought like that back then. They genuinely couldn't sneak up on anyone.
Everyone's on Adderall.
We're gonna kill you.
Is that what the Aztec death whistle sounds like?
I think it was more of a death
A loop
kazoo.
whistle? That's what Jade should bring to the next open mic, a Aztec death whistle.
Dude, if
Trust me.
I had an army, we would blow a giant kazoo.
Because
How we would announce ourselves.
Oh, I could ban people from the stream?
Hi,
We'd
Billy
all
Mays
be
here.
on- well,
Dead.
never mind, I can't. I should. We're live.
I don't have any trolls. What were you not gonna say?
Ah,
You know those guys with the little arms? Throw them in the trebuchet.
Or have them just type everyone's text so we don't.
they could use a lance pretty well.
Dude, I think the toughest part about being in that time period was that if you were too smart, you couldn't let anybody know.
I think the toughest part was probably the diarrhea.
Is there a witch?
Well, I mean, other than day-to-day life, yeah. The dawn of civilization was really hard because of the low literacy rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it was hard when people didn't have like a language to speak?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't realize it.
I guess
They just
not,
like
yeah.
how'd they figure out? They just go off of their human instincts of like.
Well, I don't know. I think if you got them together, and then
Yeah.
Huh?
enough times, times thousands of years.
Yeah,
maybe
I mean,
not even
like-
thousands. Maybe I don't know.
Until we
How
started
do you teach
developing,
kids? They don't know stuff.
until we started developing like social hierarchies, like the only things you really needed to communicate were like,
Food.
look out, you know?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Over there.
Arguments
Like,
were shorter. Yeah.
The only reason like we have such an in-depth like vocabulary is because we talk about thoughts. We have like meta ass fucking things we need to refer to. Like we can have a
Fucking thanks for needing.
yeah.
I'll be right back.
Like,
Hold on. one
like
second.
like we'll have a conversation about a conversation.
Oh
And
yeah.
you need a pretty like in-depth language to do that, you know.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
we'll have a conversation about feelings that we're having, and like most species aren't even like aware that they're having feelings at all, you know. So it's just
Yeah, no, that is a good point. Yeah.
yeah. So like
It's kinda more
I imagine
complex.
A long time ago, it had to have been really fucking simple.
Yeah.
Like, basically what chimpanzees do probably. They just kind of scream at each other and stuff.
Yeah, it almost makes me wonder if arguments were created just to avoid like physical altercations. Like people just got so tired of beating the shit out of each other. Like, we got to come up with words so we can actually like talk this out instead of fighting this out physically.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bonobos, they bang each other to fix their problems.
The way I look at
All
like
right.
humans is I feel like we're like
No virgins.
we're kind of like ape ants, right?
Build,
Ape
build,
ants?
build, build, build,
Yeah.
build,
Yeah.
fuck, eat,
Yeah.
eat, build shit.
Yeah, we have like
Yeah,
societies
we do
and shit.
big we do build big fucking mounds.
Yeah,
Good shit.
we're apes on our way to
Yeah.
like singularity, basically.
Basically, yeah. Intelligent ants. Which, if extraterrestrials came to Earth, I think those would be the worst guys to bump into. Imagine an ant the size of a person. He could throw you through a building, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That'd be tough,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a whole ass hive mind.
Yeah.
They have like
That's,
a biological internet. That's how bees talk. I
Yeah.
think.
Well, Wiggles actually.
Wiggles?
They've been figuring it out.
Bees
Yeah, I was
wiggle?
watching some shit on it the other day.
They mimic each
They
other.
so they like they come back to the hive after they've like found a food source,
And they're like,
and they look at the other bees and they like do a dance, and the dance is like a communication of like geographical coordinates.
hey,
Oh, wow.
They've been using AI to like figure this out.
We are
So they've been
going
like
to
they've been like watching bees' behavior and using AI to like try and like figure out their language.
Oh my
and they
God.
do like a dance that basically like corresponds to GPS coordinates.
Imagine being at
Whoa.
that job and not stoked about it, dude. That'd be the most boring shit.
Yeah, right.
Oh wow, more bugs. Great. What do they have to
They're
tell us?
fucking dancing again.
Oh wow, look at that. I'm still hungry.
My wife wants me to go to a fucking salsa dancing place with her after work. I'm looking at bees doing the shit all
I gotta
day.
go to my daughter's 3.5-hour dance recital. And I'm just sitting here watching bees. Or what's worse, that guy, or like being the guy who's super into bees in a place that nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Guys, no, we're talking to each other.
Where would that be?
Sure, Rob. All right. Rob's gonna go talk to bugs. Hey, we
I've
got
done
one
it.
viewer. Look at that.
Look at that.
Thanks, babe.
Who's that?
I don't know. I think it's.
Oh, it's her.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
I
No.
was trying to see what I look like.
That's good.
Right on.
Yeah.
Let me make sure. And we are recording, so we might get 18 people to listen
Well,
eventually.
it's
At some
something.
point.
Oh yeah.
I mean, eventually, who knows?
Yeah. You know, maybe Obama ruined his
Yeah,
career. Gets into comedy.
Obama actually already listens to this show.
Oh
Most
yeah.
people don't realize that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like one of our 3 viewers. Barack Obama loves our podcast.
Mark Zuck. Yeah. Mark Zuck. Barry O.
That's true.
And Johnny Manziel. That's a weird one.
Yeah, Bill
He was on
Cosby's listening on like a prison radio.
Out, well, no, he's out now.
Oh yeah, he got
Yep.
They decided he
Statute
was
of limitations.
They
So-
decided he looked too sad and fucked up to be in jail. I think. is
Honestly,
what-
great defense. I can't wait
Probably
to
'cause
take advantage of that
Jelly
myself.
Roll won't see him.
Where the hell's Big Mike? I'm only a 5-minute walk.
I feel like the statute of limitations applies to the opposite kind of crimes that it should. You know what I mean?
Like what?
I mean, like financial fraud. There's not like a statute of limitations, is there?
There's no statute of limitations on murder.
Well,
It's a pretty big one. Okay.
yeah. I feel like you should get away. Like if you get away long enough, that fuck it. You know?
Murder.
You're probably a different person now. You've probably changed. It's been
Yeah.
if it's been 5 years since the last murder, I feel like we should let you go. Because that's a good streak, you know.
5
I
years.
guess it depends on how many people you got beforehand.
I think if you've murdered someone, if you can go 5 years without murdering someone else, there shouldn't be a penalty.
Yeah. They should
Like,
at least
you get
check
one
this.
every
It's not
5
like
years.
smoking. It's not like,
They should at least base it on their credit score.
yeah, no. Right. Yeah, if you own a bank, dude, let her rip.
Just fucking grab a street sweeper, dude. Go nuts.
Yeah. And a naked. Trying to watch myself online. This is great. Hey,
Or if your social security number has angel numbers in it.
what numbers?
He said if your social security number has angel numbers in it.
The 66.
Yeah. 777.
You're
Yeah, I don't have-
222. You're right on the right path. Murder. I wonder if you get that from someone, like, indirectly, if that means you got it too. Like, say if they say, oh, like 222, like they have it tattooed on them. If that means that was sent to you as well. You think that's how it works? Or no.
I'm not one for
following.
numerology.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. I just recently.
I think
I think it's like
Got
a
a
logical
curiosity for it.
fallacy where like,
people are designed to see patterns and see them even when
Mhm.
they aren't,
well, that
when they
and,
don't exist necessarily.
and like, you know, people
Mhm.
are like, oh, I always look at the clock when it says 11:11, but it's like, do you or do you just notice when it says 11:11
Yeah.
and you see all the other
Mm.
times
Just a
just as
habit.
frequently,
Right.
but they're not special to you?
Well, people need to feel as though they're significant. And, like, because we're
Mm,
pattern
I see.
recognizing machines, it doesn't matter if the pattern is or is not there. We will, you know.
Yeah.
sort
Yeah.
of find, like,
Especially if you're on mushrooms.
everybody talks about the face on the moon. If you look at the moon, it's just blotches.
Bro, look at someone's knee, you'll see a face.
Yeah, dude.
People got baby face knees and shit.
Yeah.
Baby face.
Or how, like, yeah, I don't know.
No, in that
I mean,
itself
that's like
kind of.
superstition.
Everyone
Says
talks
something.
about the man in the moon. No one talks about the man in my knee.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
How my knee is made out of cheese. Yeah.
Yeah, but even that in itself kind of says something about the person, which means they're somehow drawn to those numbers. So I guess if numbers do have some meaning or value, numbers have value, right? Words
You
have
show
meaning.
me a guy who's gone on like a 10-year run at craps, then I'll start listening. You know, like, I just don't. I don't think that just because you want something to have, I don't think that just because you want your life to be meaningful, it means it actually is.
Yeah, well,
You
I
know?
mean, I feel like the inherent, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like the fact that life is meaningless is good news.
Well, I think it's liberating in a way.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like the best news I've ever gotten.
you're gonna choose your own adventure.
right?
Yeah.
You know,
It also
there's
depends.
nothing else.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's true. It also depends on how you define meaning and meaningless too, because everyone has their. I mean, most people can agree that like, oh, meaning's like, oh, that's like, it gives it like life.
Well, that's
and-
the thing. Like, I feel like that's kind of the key is like finding meaning in meaninglessness, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
No, and I
meaning and meaninglessness.
I can
so.
accept
you could
the
do that,
latter
then
part
you
of
could-
that. You know, like, yeah, I came out of Catholic school. Everybody's, you know, God has a plan, everything like that. You know?
Yeah.
But like,
Hmm.
you have to have a plan, and
That's really a sad way to kind of look at the world, and it limits you a lot.
well, yeah.
Hmm.
Because then you just, well, I don't know.
And it makes you want to be like completely hands off with your own life in a way, almost.
Right, and I
Because
almost
you're,
feel-
like waiting for something to happen.
I almost feel like the people that are more successful, even when things happen to them that are completely out of their control, if they can make it, if they can find a way to take some accountability for that action, you know, if they can find a way to make it their fault, if they can internalize the thing that happened and change based off of that, that's a more effective person than like the woe is me, the world hates me, everybody's out to get me, everything's happening to me.
And that's
Yeah.
why, like, I don't know,
You're what you think.
the most helpful like worldview I've been able to develop is like that, like, I am everything. Everything is me. I am God. But at the same time, God happens to me. So like, it doesn't make you like give up control, but you also don't feel like you're completely dependent on yourself either. You know. It's like
Yeah.
everything's got me and I've got everything. You know.
We were talking about,
It's kind of like more of like an Eastern way to look at things.
Interesting.
we'll see kind of thing.
Kind of like Taoist, Hindu kind of shit.
Taoism, what is that? That's like everything is a spirit.
That's Shinto.
Oh,
Taoism
Shinto.
is it's basically like I don't know, it's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
So,
All right, well, we'll leave it at
but
that.
I mean, it's kind of what I said. It's just like
Wow,
you
it's
are
interesting,
everything.
yeah.
You are everything, and everything is you. You rise the sun and set it every day, the same way you beat your own heart.
That's the observer effect, actually. That's something that they've measured in quantum physics.
Well, there you go.
Nice, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. That was
Yeah,
fucking
dude. We
sick.
just saw some kid just fucking not eat it on our embankment, man. That guy does not have health insurance. Look at him.
I can't see.
These are these guys from Elkins that like cruise around on a longboard and camouflage. Like, I don't know what they're trying to. Oh, he's hitting it again.
That's my whole.
Oh shit.
Dig on it, buddy.
Dude, that's like the whole environment I grew up in, dude.
That's true. Yeah. I really do kind of like that aesthetic.
Just skating a bowl. in
Wearing
your shorts.
camouflage on the street.
Yeah.
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 Just skating a bowl in cargo shorts, barefoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, skating barefoot, man. I don't know.
Dude, you can't get enough of that thing.
Oh no, man.
He's
some
found the
strong
funnest-
feet.
He's like, this is the funnest
Kid
part of the
lo-
whole
This
city.
kid loves embankments, man. He's gonna be a dirt track racer.
If he's
Yeah.
not already. Maybe he's a dirt track racer that fell from grace.
Yeah, maybe he, got caught juicing. You know?
Yeah, they don't have power steering in the dirt track racing world. Those steroids will really help you, actually.
Yeah, no, that guy. Yeah.
That's one of the bikes, right? That he was on.
One of the
the electric
not,
bikes?
Not like
Yeah.
a bike. That's like a,
Well, the electric
a
bikes-
halfway scooter.
That's what I meant.
one of those
Yeah.
rentable.
That's like an
It has a
electric,
seat. You sit
like a
on it. You don't
moped,
stand
yeah.
up.
You rent it through an app. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
App's freaking awesome. It started off as a bicycle app, and people got so fucking lazy.
Uber pedals.
They're like, fuck this pedaling. That sucked, 'cause like, that was like my workout plan at the time.
Yeah.
Really, it was like, oh god, I gotta get to Dixon Street.
And what
Let's
a
go up this hill.
successful business venture that someone made off of an app, right? Where they can now control all these bikes, right?
I think it'd be cool if they were electric bikes that you could pedal to charge the battery, and then you made like a nickel a watt or whatever.
I wish you could pay extra to control other people's bikes.
That would be that'd be some navigating.
Yeah.
That'd be some
Your
crazy
crest
shit,
score
dude.
sucks.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm about to ruin this guy's day. Check it out, dude.
High score.
Too bad he doesn't have VO Premium. He can fucking counter this easily.
God mode. Michael thinks this podcast is tomorrow.
Well,
Tomorrow?
So we
Oh.
usually do it on Mondays too.
I mean, he could do a podcast tomorrow. It's just no one's gonna hear it.
Well, I mean, I might come out here tomorrow. I'm not booked for anything.
Oh yeah, we do
Yeah.
normally do it on Mondays.
We do normally do it on
We just
Mondays.
really like pizza, so we came here another day.
Honestly, I'm just trying to churn out as much shit as I can. And
Yeah.
twice a week is not every day, but
Yeah, but
Oh, so it's a Monday thing.
it's
Okay.
better than when I put things
Start
out.
of the week.
yeah, the whole setup fits in a backpack.
I put things out like once every 4 months.
Yeah, like the cicada of content.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Keep them guessing.
Quentin
like, did he
Tarantino
die?
movie. Yeah, it's once every 7 years.
Every time I post a video, the people that follow me on YouTube are like, "He's not dead."
Hey!
I had assumed the worst.
Yeah. How did you build followers? Would you say it's like your content that you put out? It's more relevant for like that platform, or would you say it's you
So,
put
I
it
don't-
out there more?
I don't do well on YouTube. My YouTube is almost kind of like mostly just people that know me personally.
It's a Google Drive.
a Google Drive?
Essentially, like
Yeah.
there's like 200 people that like most of whom kind of know me that get excited from my videos.
Usually, the only people who listen to the podcast are on it.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So far.
But like I don't know. I post. Should I post on like Instagram? Does well sometimes. That's about it. But I also make like 20-minute YouTube videos, and things are just kind of moving away from that in terms of like.
Oh, I see. Unless it's like a documentary or something.
Everything's all about shorts and what have you.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I like making kind of longer form shit, so I still do, even though I know it's not like gonna be pushed by YouTube.
Yeah.
It's just the experience of making shit that
I
I'm
see.
proud of.
Yeah. No, it's
on YouTube with this if it would automatically.
it's kind of how I feel about it. Editing's kind of draining.
Yeah, no editing. I like it though. I don't know.
It's once you get into it, yeah. Then you gotta like.
I like the fucking. I like the amount of focus I get when I'm editing. Like,
Yeah.
Nothing else really makes me focus that much.
I love watching the same clip 500 times.
Right? Well,
I hate
it's
color
the
grading,
perfect-
though.
It's the perfect task for like the kind of fucked up that my brain is.
Yeah.
You know?
Like the
And,
puzzle pieces, kind of
Yeah.
Like,
put this here, put that there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Customize it.
marker.
That's the
marker,
fun
marker.
part, though. Color grading, I can't stand though. I just don't like staring at each shot with like changing the color, and I don't like
Yeah.
thinking about that.
I don't
know.
color grade shit that I shoot in live action typically.
Uh huh.
I'll color grade if I'm making like an
I don't really know
animation.
how to color grade stuff. It
I don't
sounds
either.
like a
That's
pain
why I
in
hate
the
it.
ass. Oh.
If you get Blender, dude, it's so easy.
Oh,
Once
okay.
you figure out like the way the nodes and shit work, it's
Uh-huh.
like pretty intuitive. And you
Blender.
can just load an image into Blender and then go to the compositing workspace and you can composite the image.
Interesting. I'll just use DaVinci's
I
color
can show you some
grade.
interesting shit sometimes, Connor.
Sometime,
Sometime.
Rob.
And audio too, I'm kind of a little iffy on. with
I can do audio, dude. I can fucking
Free.
do it. All you gotta do is like get nice shit.
Shout out to Blender
so you can make
3D.
something. Oh, Blender.
Best
yeah.
free program I've ever used.
It's free too. Okay.
Yeah. Open source free. You can get like fucking community created add-ons for it. They give you shortcuts for certain things. It's pretty cool.
So is it also a video editing tool? Like, do you actually cut out
video
cut
edit in
shots
it.
and?
I prefer Premiere Pro.
Oh,
just
yeah.
because that's how I learned to
Mhm.
video edit. But
Yeah, that's like the standard.
you can use Blender for editing. It's not as good as Premiere in my opinion.
Premiere is good, but it's almost like not user friendly enough.
Really?
I know how to use it now.
That's the thing with Adobe is like once you learn a Adobe application,
It's the same for all of
the
them.
rest of them feel very
Intuitive, right?
Yeah, but if you're just a layperson and it's the first time you're fucking with anything Adobe, you're gonna be pissed off
Yeah.
most of the
What the
time.
hell's going on?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Photoshop. I didn't find it too
Dude,
hard to use and pick
New
up.
Photoshop, like if you get
Oh.
the Creative Suite shit, dude, they just unleashed AI for it.
I've been
AI,
fucking
whoa.
around with it. It's
It
fun.
is so much fun, yeah. Like you're like, I want this car blue, and it changes.
It just does it
My
for you.
favorite-
You don't
anything
have
you
to.
can ask for.
My
Yeah.
favorite thing is
Wow.
if you have like a really close cropped photo, right?
Mhm.
You can just you can expand
auto-generate.
it. You can expand the photo and it'll
Mhm.
auto generate what's outside of the frame.
I took a picture.
Oh, wow.
I took a picture of downtown Kansas City
crazy.
from I was at Mockingbird Lounge, and then I auto-generated like I don't know 2/3 of the photo. It just added a bunch of buildings and crap that do not
Really?
exist. Yeah, they don't exist, and they're.
Wow.
I mean, it's all like it's pretty good now. You can still kind of tell if you've done it and you know what to look for,
Mhm.
but.
And if you don't know what you're doing, you'll make shit that's hilarious.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Also true.
Yeah.
Like
Accidentally.
if you don't give it enough information and have it just generate a massive amount of space, it'll do some wild shit.
So like I was trying to put a porta potty door at the back wall of the Nomad's Trailside open mic night, and it didn't
Porta potty?
understand what I was saying. Yeah, like so I think that'd be the funniest thing ever. Like there's a porta potty on stage.
Mhm.
Your name gets called. You walk out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Porta
A
potty
blue door.
onto
Wait,
the
who'd you
stage.
do that for? What comedian did you do that for?
Oh, I did that for me.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
And well, it didn't put a porta potty door on there. It put a urinal. And I'm like, that's good
That's
too.
even better,
That's
yeah.
good too. Yeah.
It's like a European urinal or like a.
It doesn't. Yeah. No.
Oh,
Well,
that's
everything looks kind of off.
Anytime you're at a urinal, you're a peeing, dude.
Yeah, European. European.
Where's the shout out to
If
EJ
you're Washington,
Eusebio?
you're
That
wrong.
was like an Everybody Loves Raymond joke, dude.
European.
Yeah. A very safe life.
Yeah.
I gotta take a piss, speaking of.
All right. Marker. Did
Yeah.
you press a button?
I'll press it.
Thank you.
Sure.
Robbie's peeing.
That turns mine off too, or
No.
oh.
No, it just puts a little marker in the thing so I can edit it after the fact.
I see.
I don't know if we're gonna disappoint our
Yeah.
0 to 1 viewers. Oh, there she is right now.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, babe. I didn't see you there. I did. I acknowledged it.
Yeah.
Whew. So you travel a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. What a. Oh yeah. Traveling. Something that more people should do at a younger age, probably before college.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably so they could do a lot more self-exploring and learn more
No
about.
stuff.
Yeah, dumb stuff in a way, but
No, that's not what I said. I said no stuff.
oh no, they said dumb stuff. I was
No.
like, yeah, in a way,
Projecting.
you could say it. You could do dumb stuff. Just don't do a lot of dumb stuff in certain countries.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like don't smoke weed in the Philippines.
the Philippines. I
That's
don't
how
know.
you get beheaded, I'm pretty sure.
Really? For just smoking pot?
Yeah, no, dude, Tete, dude, he fucking killed the drug dealers. He
Even
had-
the pot
he had,
dealers?
like, rolling death vans.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's severe.
It is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot. But
Yeah.
he did it.
That okay? Wow. And yeah,
Yeah, so
I'll note that. I
don't
don't know
fuck
if I
around
was
in
planning on
Singapore.
going there, but yeah. So yeah, I know in Nicaragua, you can't say anything bad about political leaders because you'll get put in prison.
Really?
Yeah,
You
even
can't
if you're
say
just a
anything bad about-
backpacker. Yeah,
That seems like.
like North
Well, I
Korea,
know that
kind
we
of,
have
right?
more rights than a lot of people, but yeah, it seems pretty dumb.
Yeah, it is pretty dumb. I
You
would
can't
say.
be like, this PTA meeting is out of control. Or you get shot, or
I don't know about that. I think they just
this
imprison
HOA
you.
meeting is bananas. And then you get. Where's the
Bananas.
line, I guess?
Stony.
Don't say anything
bananas.
about the president. I kind of get that one. Sure.
Yeah.
But, like, what about local government? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Where does it end?
Yeah. No, I think it's just for like the top dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it could be.
That must be nice. No bullying.
Yeah.
Or
No.
I'll kill you.
Yeah, he's very sensitive. Yeah, before his speeches, it gets in his head if you say his ears look big or. Yeah.
I know China's like that.
In China.
Yeah, Xi Jinping, Winnie the Pooh. No, you can't post an image of Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. Okay, yeah,
And
that's
then
what
everybody got really creative. There was, and I'm sorry to the people of China that I don't know your plight more than I do, but like, there was a point in time where there was the A4 protests, and what that is everybody would hold up a blank sheet of paper
Mhm.
because you knew what they were trying to say.
Mhm.
And then they banned in China, like,
Winnie
holding
the-
up a blank sheet of paper.
Winnie the Pooh is interesting though, because I feel like it's a look at. I feel like each character represents a form of mental illness.
Yeah.
Like Tigger, like what
He's
would
on
Tigger
crack.
represent?
Yeah, it's kind of like my family growing up.
ADHD.
Yeah.
And Winnie would represent like the overeating, the obsessiveness of like, or maybe like copes with certain like forms of mental illness. Because, I mean, Igor is obviously like depression.
Depression,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, and Rabbit. I forgot.
Rabbit is mania.
What's his name though? Rabbit. Not Roger Rabbit. No.
Mr. Rabbit.
Mr. Rabbit.
Is it Mr. Rabbit?
I don't know. Maybe I
Somebody
should.
got a
Winnie the Pooh.
vibrator named after him.
Mr. Rabbit. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
better than Mr. Turtle. And,
That's what I'm aspiring to.
There were never any cameos
Turtle.
on that show. Like, like Mr. Rabbit's cousin comes to town. It's Bugs Bunny. He's cross-dressing. Seduces Piglet.
it was
No.
Piglet.
Piglet.
And Elmer Fudd. And he what
Yeah,
what
Bugs,
what
Bugs
illness?
Bunny came out to his parents as trans, and his dad was like, "I knew he took a wrong turn in Albuquerque."
There you go. Yeah. Dude, they really dodged a
Albert.
bullet when Yosemite Sam was a white guy. If that was any other nationality, dude, they'd be cooked right now.
Oh shit!
That'd
Yeah.
be bad, dude.
Yeah, thankfully he was from the Ozarks.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Or
Yeah.
Montana, or whatever.
I think he was actually supposed to be from the Ozarks.
Really?
Yeah, I
That
think that's
Yosemite
fucking
Sam?
checks out, dude.
Yeah.
Consarnate.
Thank
I
you
was
so
gonna
much.
guess like Virginia, but yeah,
Virginia, Ozarks,
that
and,
orange mustache.
Appalachia.
yeah. Arkansas works. Arkansas is pretty red.
Yeah, dude. No, I was watching like a little documentary about the Ozarks.
Yeah.
They brought up like the first appearance of Yosemite Sam as being yeah.
That's rad.
Mm.
I mean, like, one of the first things I did when I came to Arkansas was get drunk and play with a gun. And that was like week 1.
That was one of the first things I did in my life.
You get drunk, play with the gun.
It's a boy!
That was the gender reveal. Yeah, they just gave me a Remington 1187. Fucking
Said,
nuts.
hit the spot on the ceiling, it's already fucked up.
Not the ceiling fan. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, we got no viewers.
Yeah. Well, with the interesting thing you say about Arkansas, apparently, like back in the 80s and 70s, it used to be like literally the Wild West. Like you would go there to murder people and just throw their bodies out in the Ozarks, and no one would ever find them because it was just so uncharted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it was so impossible to get through.
You just find a mine shaft and all the work's already done for you, you know?
Yeah. Which explains
Yeah, but
all the
then,
weed.
like, you're not going to be the only murderer that knows about the
Oh,
mine
no,
shaft.
no.
You know, eventually you're gonna walk in on number 5. You know.
Yeah, but then your
It's
murder
gonna
ends
have
up
a
with
funk.
a bunch of other murders, and then no one knows who's who.
I guess that's true.
It's kind of like raising a kid.
Some guy puts up a bulletin board and be like, "Hey,
No dumping
we're
bodies.
accidentally kind of working together here.
Yeah.
I don't need to know who you are in case I meet you."
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Not a popular time to be a door salesman in the Ozarks.
Best place to get rid of a body? Somewhere that already stinks.
Yeah, Beaver Lake.
There you go.
You're like Corps of Engineers.
Well, dude, that's the thing. Like, where I'm from, all the lakes are non-man-made, so they're round. Here, they're all man-made, so it's just a bunch of dammed-up mountain ranges.
Yep.
So instead of having like a pearl-shaped lake, you've got something that looks like what? Track marks
Looks
in the
like
earth.
a melanoma.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah.
That was the. It looks. What? What's the phrase I'm looking for? Not benign, but malignant. It looks. Yeah, a malignant lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like usually a bunch of towns at the bottom of them.
Right. Well, shame on you guys for not wanting better drainage, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But then again, like you think about those towns, like what we were driving through, like some older looking places today. Like we're probably only 50, 60 years removed from like now it's football, but like not so long ago, racism was the sport and entertainment of the day.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, everybody gather around. We got one. Like
Yeah. The Salem witch trials before that. Yeah.
Bobby just hit his quota for the month, yeah.
outstanding performer in the field.
So it's also like a corporate outing too.
Venture of the month.
Well, dude, so like, and this is I went to a funeral in Harrison, Arkansas, at a Baptist church,
White wedding.
and at the church they have the yoke. They have like the yoke that sat on the ox that like transported the lumber to build the church that was donated by Confederate veterans. Confederate veterans
That's
is
what
basically
Jesus would have wanted.
Confederate veterans is basically a slang term for Klansmen.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like
okay.
an old time. Yeah, so like
Oh.
they're proud of
I
this
thought it was just a really old church.
out there.
Yeah.
No, it is a really old
It
church.
is? Okay.
And it's
But who
Harrison.
started the KKK? Confederate veterans.
Yep.
Yeah, the losers.
And Harrison, wasn't that the original headquarters?
No,
Or
no.
one of them?
Honestly, like, there's so many states that claim that they have the capital for the KKK that I don't really know. If I were to make the capital of the KKK, it'd be the same place that Jack Daniels' plant is, Lynchburg, Tennessee.
That sounds.
That's
yeah.
you know,
That sounds more accurate than Harrison, Arkansas.
right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Because I've heard a lot of people say that, and I'm like, really? That's not a very central location.
No, I think they're just proud, of something.
Yeah.
They don't have much to be proud of.
They're like, we're racist enough, people will believe this.
Yeah. We got White Pride Radio out here.
Is that a real
Marker. Yep. That
White
is-
Pride
yeah.
Radio. Oh.
No, they got billboards advertising.
In Harrison?
Family Station.
Wait, in Harrison they do?
Yes.
Oh. I guess I didn't go through far enough of Harrison to
You have to drive through it.
drive through. Okay.
You have to-
When I was
it's on the billboards.
When I was doing voter registration,
Oh yes.
when I was doing a campaign for voter registration, they asked me if
Like
I
a
wanted
politician.
They asked me if I wanted to go to fucking Harrison to do voter registration, and I
Yeah.
was like, I don't think they deserve it.
Yeah.
Thought travel
Yeah.
reimbursement.
I was like, I'm not your guy for that one. I don't know.
Yeah.
I look the part, but
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, Harrison's so fucked up. I might have taken that position just to see. how
I've never
bad
been
it was.
there.
I've driven through a couple times.
I've seen some YouTube videos.
It looks nice. If you don't meet anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like most of Arkansas.
I saw like there's a trend on YouTube for a while of people going to Harrison, Arkansas, and like holding up like BLM fucking signs or whatever
Beep, beep.
to get reaction.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. To kind of
So
like
yeah, it kind of got put on the map for a little bit.
test the waters over there.
I don't feel like you need to test it.
So just put on the map just to see how racist it was. That was the
pH is
only.
off. Well, he didn't get killed, so it's gotten better.
Yeah, too many icebergs. pH is
No,
bad.
yeah, like seriously, like that's the
That's
barometer.
saying-
Like
that's
everybody
saying
talks
something.
about how bad like racism is in this country. We might only have a dozen racially motivated murders every year.
If you don't count the police.
Wow. Explicitly racially motivated.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I don't know.
You know.
That's what was
could be
going on
worse.
down here.
Yeah.
Like,
It's been worse.
Yeah. Okay.
I just can't wait
Good to
till
know.
we're all the same shade of like beige.
you're not gonna live to see that, dude.
Well, I know,
Beige.
but I still can't wait for it.
Okay.
Not in this lifetime.
What are you doing?
We'd all
It's
have
like
to
the
live
song
in like the
Highwayman.
same
I'll be
spot.
back again and again and again and again and again.
And again.
Willie Nelson's projected in the sky
That was
for some reason.
It was all of them actually.
Yeah, but his was the most jarring.
I call him the Mount Rushmore of racism.
It's like the country
You
Snoop
have a really
Dogg.
good bit about this song.
I haven't done that bit in a while. It's about
This is
my
one of my
boss dying.
favorite. It was one of my favorite,
I
dude.
didn't think of a tag. I was a bong salesman. Along the turnpike I did ride.
But I don't know. That's always been
Oh,
like
the,
kind of a
the
meaningful
highwayman
song.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's always
Okay,
been kind
yeah.
of a meaningful song to me, so maybe I appreciate the bit a little extra. You know. So I always thought that was a really fucking cool.
I'm also
song.
really insecure about that bit because I started off by saying I play this song and I don't play the song. I don't do
These
it.
people will check you on that.
Well,
You'd feel like a
I was a
liar.
highway-
nobody's ever been like, prove it.
And that means
Prove
I
it.
probably died.
Yeah.
That means I probably died.
That's so good. Dude.
Got my song stolen. Rewritten.
I made a mistake on the job site with my hand.
Dude, that song was really magical
I got
to me
workers'
until I
comp.
watched the music video.
Oh,
The
wow,
music
yeah.
video just
It was
made it a fucking joke.
It was way too on the nose, dude. Those guys wanted to be cowboys so bad.
Yeah, well, and then when it gets to the Johnny Cash part, he's flying.
I fly a starship.
It's not a starship. In the video, it's just a fucking jet.
Stagecoach. Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, he's just flying a jet. And that seems a lot less magical.
That's a little bit more attainable for Johnny Cash.
Yeah. Nah, I think he's too tall.
They didn't have rocket. Really? Oh, yeah. Well, fuck.
Yeah, you gotta be under like
jockeys only.
You gotta be like under 5'11" or
Too
some
tall
shit.
to ride this ride.
Really?
Yeah.
Too short
Wait,
to
you-
be in the Blue Man Group.
Really?
Too tall to be in the Blue Angels.
To be on a spaceship, you have to be a certain height.
To be on a starship or
a cockpit of a fighter plane.
Oh, I see.
To be a fighter pilot, you,
You
gotta
sound
be
like Johnny
under.
Cash right now.
Oh, that's why.
I just said starship to correct him from saying spaceship.
Yeah.
Is that why Tom Cruise got picked for Top Gun? Because he was like,
Now it's because he has one tooth directly in the center of his face.
oh,
And he
symmetry.
does his
Makes
own,
it easier to hook when you're a pilot.
He does his own
Edit.
stunts, and he's so short he could do it on the miniature sets. You can't
Yeah, it
tell.
saves him money.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no.
Does he really have one tooth?
Mission Impossible's basically
Yeah,
the
dude.
Lego movie. Dude.
Oh,
Google it, bro.
No, dude, yeah.
You can see a
He's got
diagram.
extra tooth, or how's that
No,
work?
it's not. It's
They
just
graph it.
everything's rotated one tooth over,
Yeah. So one of them's directly.
and his eyes are so dreamy. You don't.
So it's an extra tooth.
No,
Oh.
no, it's just there's no extra teeth.
He also has
They're just
telepathy,
they're
so.
pitched. Oh yeah. He also is pretty good about thetans. Remember that like period of time, 10, 15 years ago, everybody was scared of Scientology?
I didn't even know what it was.
I think
so
I was too
wasn't
young.
Well, hurts.
scared of it. I mean, yeah, I guess. What do you,
No
what could you
offense.
elaborate on that? Like, what do you mean by scared of it?
Don't
Well,
say
it's like-
anything
it's
bad
like a
about
scary
Scientology.
cult.
They'll sue us.
Oh, I
They
see.
were doing
Because
that
the
shit.
yeah,
Were they?
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I mean, they also literally tried to kill people. So
Yeah.
It's kind of like a boy crying wolf sort of.
Yeah, but like, I'm willing to bet that like Southern Baptists that kick the shit out of Scientologists.
Oh, dude, for sure.
That's
In
what I'm
terms
saying,
of
yeah.
cultability,
Right. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and like mass.
I went to like a Baptist Christian school for a little bit.
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
If you got a guy that thinks he can pray so hard he won't get bit by a snake, dude, I'm picking that guy in a fight.
Yeah, because he won't. Because
Right.
he thinks that.
Right.
Yeah. Red State Jesus. There you go.
It's not really God, it's just the power of perception.
Yeah.
If you believe it, it's true.
The placebo. effect.
Manifestation.
Yeah. Manifestation.
Placebo anti-venom.
Snake just really
Manifestation,
likes
aka
me.
the placebo. Yeah.
Snake Satan.
Okay, so like manifestation, that's a goofy thing, right? On some level, it's bullshit. But if you're good enough at setting goals and executing,
Yeah, no, really, it's
then
just
it's, you know,
if you believe, like, I mean, in order to do something, you have to believe you can do it, right? So,
no.
so it's more of like a,
Well, yeah, maybe.
it's more of like, well, it helps to
Yeah.
believe you can do something to do it. So, I mean, it's not worthless, but it's also not the end all be all. You know,
Right.
You gotta fucking work too.
Well, I guess what I mean is like
Oh yeah, yeah.
self-determinism.
Yeah, affirmations
Right.
alone though.
Like, how real is self-determinism? I mean,
Self-determinism.
we
Not
know
real?
some people that kind of speak to that.
willed themselves into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we do know a couple people.
Very energetic comic that we both know.
Yes. Super energetic. Criminally.
Javier.
It's almost like he's on something.
I don't know about that. I dope too. For comedy.
Really?
Yeah, totally. Not with.
I would say it's more than one comedian.
Yeah.
It's in the
I don't
area.
dope because I know I'd never go back. Be like, I gotta live with the way things were? Fuck.
Yeah.
No, well, like microdose and shit. I don't know about
Microdose on what exactly?
mushrooms.
Oh, mushrooms.
Mushrooms are good for certain people.
Yeah.
Cocaine is good. Yep. Marker. For certain.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta have more willpower for cocaine than you do for mushrooms.
That's what you think.
Because when you do mushrooms, you kind of like,
Don't want to do them again.
if you do enough,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh.
if you do enough,
If
you
you
know,
do enough,
you're
you're exhausted.
good, you're good for a year.
You cry probably.
It's like a detox. Okay.
When you do that pussy shit like a gram, that's when you keep doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which also isn't necessarily terrible.
I mean, I guess it depends what you do and say.
There was a period of time in my life where I would do like a gram of mushrooms daily, and
How much is that?
I feel like it put me in a really good headspace.
I'll do it to go watch open mics to make the jokes funny.
No,
Yeah.
don't do that. Come on.
I'll do that. Cameron called me
It's
out
just
one
denial.
time. He's like, Conrad's over here on mushrooms, and I'm like,
How did he know?
fuck you! I'm having fun.
He accused me of being on mushrooms,
I can see that.
so I don't think he's always accurate.
Cameron just thinks
No,
anyone
no, no.
who's happy is on mushrooms.
Yeah, Cameron. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shout out
Cameron.
Cameron Carter.
Yeah. He's legit one of my favorite people in this scene, dude.
Yeah, he's a real one.
Yeah.
Fucking came to New Province dressed like the Gordon's fisherman.
I thought he was dressed as Paddington Bear.
Yeah, I think
Cool.
Patty was a little more.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Yellow
It's
rain
getting like
coat.
Curious George vibes, like the,
Also applicable, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just curious.
Yeah, he just got run through the wash a little.
checking out the.
Yeah. Like curiosity, got bleach on him.
Got run
And
through
he went
the
to
wash.
the open mic.
Wasn't it
His
raining
color
that?
saturation got turned
Yeah,
down.
it was raining that day though, so it's appropriate.
Yeah,
No, he was prepared and I wasn't. That's why I was making fun.
Oh, that was you. Yeah, okay. No one. That was somebody else as well. Someone was like, "This is a weird night." That wasn't just you. That was somebody else.
Oh, I
think.
just meant for the rain. But thanks for acknowledging that I had a bad set.
No, I didn't say that. No, somebody said this is a weird night, and then they said he looks like the guy with the fish stick packs.
Someone did say that, yeah.
Yeah, who was? Oh, that was
I think that was Mike Moreau.
Yeah, okay, that was him.
Mikey!
And Mike Marone was wearing a Backwoods hoodie, and I said, Mike Marone's the guy who wears the Backwoods hoodie but never brings anything to the smoke session.
That's funny.
Yeah. Smart guy. Gets invited in. That's all he needs to get some.
He's just cute enough that you let him.
Cute enough.
He's a cute little
Cute
guy.
guy.
He's a cute little guy.
He's got big lips. It's one of the prerequisites.
That is, yeah. Supple.
Yeah. Looks like he could drink out of a baby bottle as a grown man.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
I was a highwayman. Sick way back. Sick out a baby bottle.
You got a job yet?
Let's not talk about jobs. There's too many unemployed people
Yeah,
on this
it's only the 6th.
I think I'm just probably going to get out of town and save some money.
Amazon is definitely hiring. They fired me.
That's the problem.
Oh.
That's the problem. Is I think I have about 8
more
months
months.
left on this lease.
Fuck, dude.
And I think the early termination fee is like 3 months worth of rent.
Yep, sounds about right.
Yeah,
either
maybe
find
stick
someone
with
to take
it.
the shit over or just duke it out.
Or
Sublet it for
try out the
$100
electrician
bed.
thing.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I would.
It's a 1 bedroom.
Yeah, dude.
Or just
$700.
try out the electrician thing here if you.
Yeah, I
feel
mean that's the plan right
inspired.
now is figure out a way to get out of this lease. Move back in with my parents for a little bit, save, get a job, any job, because I won't have rent. Save up money, get in a program, get some sort of
AA.
certificate. Yeah,
AA.
some sort of certification, and then get an actual job that doesn't fucking
Where you can, like,
try and keep me pigeonholed. In
think
the same
about
desperate
buying
position.
a house and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Right. Or just I can live wherever I fucking want to.
That'd be nice, huh?
That would be sick.
That'd be cool.
That would solve all of my problems.
Yeah.
All of them.
Passive income.
Really, I don't
AKA.
have that many. Yeah, like I mean, I don't need very much. That's
Not
the
even a
thing.
bed frame.
Exactly. I'm happy with
Not
very
even a
little.
bed.
I'm happy with very little. I just happen to have less than that currently.
It's a minimalist mindset.
As long as I don't have to worry constantly, I'm good.
That is not fun.
Yeah. About accepting what you have and
Being worried all the time
You
is fucking
accept.
exhausting.
Oh, yeah.
Take it out of you, dude.
Well, that's the trap of poverty, isn't it?
Yeah,
consumerism.
X amount of bandwidth gets dedicated to making it to the end of the next day instead of planning.
It's way more expensive to be poor than it is to be rich.
Yes. Well,
Because you need money right now. Like you need to pay for things right now.
right.
yeah.
You don't have the You don't have the luxury of planning when you're poor. If you're poor enough.
Yeah, it's true.
You know. It's just
I hear you.
everything's- You're buying everything in the smallest unit size available for the you can't buy in bulk because you don't have enough money up front. This is what a lot of people want to hear about my woes.
Yeah, let's go.
No, it's good because I'm sure a lot of people are on the same page
A lot
where
of people
they're
are going through it,
minimalism is trending.
They're like
It's
fucking
a-
It's almost like it's a necessity.
Well, yeah, I mean,
well,
it's
I mean,
kind of.
It's almost like you have no choice.
What's the stat? Like 60% of Americans
I'd say
have
it's
less
positive
than
thing.
$400 in their checking account.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah, like 60% of Americans can't afford a medical emergency of $500 or greater or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, you sound like
Yeah.
RFK Jr. right now.
I don't appreciate it.
Dude, he looks like a stud. I heard
He
his
looks
voice.
good.
I heard his voice before
got a
I
weird
saw
voice.
him. I thought he'd be like talking into a straw or like.
Yeah.
He looks like a fighter pilot. He's a stud.
Yeah, he's just got a weird
He's just
voice. That'll do stuff to you, man, having a weird voice.
dude. I don't give a shit, dude. You're
You
pushing
adapt.
it, dude. President Darth Vader, dude.
He's
Let's go.
not my least favorite, but he's
Vivek Ramaswamy?
definitely far from my favorite.
Another-
I can't stand Ramaswamy.
You don't like Ramaswamy? You don't like
Well-
the only guy under 50?
We don't want to get into my ideology here.
Okay, all right, all right.
I like the
get
minimalism
into
though.
it.
It's
Yeah.
so how
I
do
am. I don't know. I lean left, but I also find myself arguing with leftists more than anyone else, just because they're the only ones I feel like I could get anywhere arguing with.
Yeah,
You know.
because they're...
I just feel like their messaging and their optics are a little off. They're focusing on the wrong fucking things that piss people off that don't agree with them.
Unity through division.
Yeah, right. Like
Yeah.
so I feel like leftists could be very successful if they actually focused on like the classic messaging of working class solidarity, unions, workers' rights, higher working class wages. Those are all things that no one's going to be pissed off at if they're working class.
Yeah, when they come out with new stuff every year,
But
that's when they get in trouble.
When they let the Republicans shape the conversation by talking about like transgender bathrooms and shit that doesn't even fucking really like matter in the grand scheme of things, that's when we lose people.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like all
Well,
of
that makes
those,
sense. I mean,
and those problems are legitimate problems. I'm not saying they're not, but I feel like all of those problems would be solved automatically if we solved the underlying economic problems of the working class being extracted from and absolutely dejected in this country.
That's why they came about to begin with.
That's the end of my soapbox. I'm sorry.
No, it's interesting.
The middle class in America, when it first
No,
when it first
non-existent.
came around, was
Yeah.
like it was the economic engine
Yep.
that drove the GDP. And if they lose that, well, they're going to need to get replaced by robots, or
Well,
I don't know.
That's the thing.
Say
If
robots?
if jobs weren't something we all had to rely on to exist, automation would be the best thing in the world for us because it would just be less work that we have to do overall. You know, you're always going to need people to maintain the automation.
I mean, slavery as an economic model. Marker.
All right, we'll get off.
No, I'm just saying that like where we fucked it up was by using people.
Well, yeah.
If we had robot slaves,
Oh, well,
it'd
yeah.
be fine.
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to need someone. You're always going to need a working class to maintain the automation. But if I don't know, if there were a certain baseline level of material equality that we were all provided, and if you wanted to attain more than that, you had the power to. I
Is that
feel
like universal basic income?
I mean,
you don't
kind
think
of,
that would
but
like?
I'm not necessarily pro UBI. I'm pro. I think housing should be a utility rather than an investment. I think that creates a lot of fucking problems. The fact that housing is an investment.
I don't know
and
how
not
it's
a
going to be
human
less of an
utility.
investment though, because if you have a house in a sick ass spot, that's more valuable than a place that is
Yeah.
not in a sick spot.
But there should be a public option for everyone.
You live at the bus station.
Well, I think
I
you
mean, they
should-
could put some apartments
I
there.
think everyone should be able to live comfortably. I don't think necessarily like if you want like a super
Well, like,
nice sick
what is-
house in a sick
What
area,
what constitutes like living comfortably? Because like,
having running water,
Alright.
having heat, having
Alright.
air conditioning,
Uh-huh.
having power in your sockets,
and
and I mean maybe some form of communication like Wi-Fi or internet.
so like living at a higher standard of quality than a feudal king from 1600 years ago.
Yeah, because we can attain that now because of our
Yeah.
technology.
Right.
And because we have enough material resources in this country to do that for everyone without majorly fucking things up.
Yeah, but then like, what's the incentive for rich guys to get rich?
They want nicer things than that. They want things that look a certain way. They want certain aesthetics, right?
Like I said, I mean, is like
The Hobby
implementing
Lobby
that-
effect.
Implementing that thing would be tricky because like,
Well, yeah, from the point we're at now,
me
yeah.
and Larry were talking about like marijuana laws in Arkansas versus marijuana laws in Oklahoma. The marijuana laws in Arkansas are basically like you had to be a millionaire in order to get in the game at all.
Yeah.
As a result, there's only 36 dispensaries. As a result, an ounce of product here costs 5 to 6 times the amount as it would in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Because barriers to entry put in by
Yeah.
crony capitalism. Thanks for voting, everybody.
Yeah.
You fucking asshole.
Hey, that didn't even get passed.
All right. That's good. Law still sucks. I don't know. Dude.
I got money.
What I'm trying to
It
say
never
is,
got
like-
passed. No harm, no foul.
I guess what I'm trying to say is like that there's a bunch of people in Arkansas that still get marijuana on the black market or from other places because if you put a law in and give people what they want and not do it correctly, you're incentivizing.
Well, that's yeah.
Like,
That's
crime.
my whole point.
Like-
That's my whole point. Our incentive structures. Our incentive structures in this country are totally fucked because they incentivize constant and endless growth rather than efficiency. Because of, there have to be shareholders, there have to be capital owners. Things like a workers' co-op is seen as like
Ace
incredibly-
Hardware.
Things.
Ace Hardware's a co-op.
They're not a workers' co-op.
pretty
They're
sure.
not a workers' cooperative. A workers' cooperative means there's no shareholders, there's no capital owner. The company is owned equal parts by all the employees.
I'm pretty sure that's Ace Hardware.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
I'm pretty
pretty cool
sure.
then.
Well, yeah.
But those are seen as extremely inefficient in the United States because the way we measure efficiency is by growth rather than by...
Well, profitability rather than the utility.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
So if we had an incentive structure that aligned things more with their utility rather than like potential profitability and growth, I think that would be a lot more sustainable and a lot better.
I just don't know how to do that.
It's called it's rather than an investment-based economy, it's a labor-based economy. Like our economy is basically the way our economy works is it's just a casino for rich people and this seventh level of hell for everyone else. But if you base the economy on labor rather than investment, then people
It's
are
the
actually
seventh
getting
layer
paid.
of hell compared to the rich people gambling at the casino. There's still people flooding in from all sides.
Well, yeah,
the
because
world.
there are worse
Because-
layers of hell.
Yeah. All right. So it's like the third layer.
I mean, yeah,
It's like the cold one.
Well, like we live
The first
comfortably,
one.
but that's the thing is like that's how our government controls is by comforting you to a point where you aren't outraged, even if you're poor, and even if things are terrible for you. You have a comfortable enough existence that you're not fucking overrunning the Capitol and killing people. You know. That's their method of control. Whereas, like, governments like China, it's a more direct, authoritarian method of control. Whereas here, it's like, like you don't have choice in terms of the things that affect your life in a real way. But if you go to Baskin Robbins, you have 31 flavors to choose from.
Sugar makes people happy.
It's the illusion of choice. They give you 1,000 choices when it comes to things that don't really matter. But when it comes to like the politicians you're electing, you're picking between two guys who are roughly in the same place on the political compass in terms of their policy proposals.
Right.
So it's like gives you the illusion of control. That's how they control you.
Elections.
That's like George Carlin's whole thing. Just
You're all getting lied to. Yeah, there's a club.
yeah, exactly.
It's like, all right.
Thanks. Elections remind me of like the Super Bowl. It's like a bunch of teams, and then it narrows down to two.
It really
Yeah.
is, yeah.
Everyone
they
gets
don't-
fired up,
And they don't talk about anything that really matters.
Just dies
It's all
off
just
them.
about culture and about roots and about heritage and about it's just about what they can get people riled up about that doesn't really matter.
That's
And
the whole
anything
point.
to distract.
That's the whole point of division in the political process is because if you keep a group divided and yelling about something, then you know how to pander to them better.
Yeah, that's what Marx talked about. It's dividing the working class against each other so they don't realize that they have a collective bargaining power that they can achieve, and so they don't realize they have collective
But it's
interests.
between the corruption of capitalism and the corruption of communism, I guess, like,
Capitalism's killed more people. If you want to talk about that.
has it killed more people, though?
Every time someone dies because they don't have access to health care, every time someone dies because
Yeah, but that
they're
isn't-
malnourished,
that
every
isn't-
time someone dies
Okay, but like Stalin starved millions of his own people.
Yeah, I'm not saying that was good. I'm not saying I support that. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't think one's a greater evil than the other.
I do though. I think one's a lesser evil than the other. Like, yeah, communism is super. I mean, it seems to me that communism is more susceptible to corruption.
Well, and a lot of that has to do with outside antagonism from capitalist governments too.
Yeah. Can I ask y'all a question? What do you think's more evil, Pepsi or Coke?
Yeah, we probably need to get off this.
No, I'm just bugging
Trying to
around.
get sponsors. McDonald's has a program where they put kids through college. Get yourself a Mc degree at McDonald's.
I'm majoring in
With a bunch
griddle.
I got my master's.
Hey, we can still get sponsored by Dr. Pepper. We didn't say anything about them.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper is just barbecue sauce flavored soda. I'll never stop saying.
The spice to it.
And if you drink Dr. Pepper and you don't think that's true,
Mountain Dew.
fucking take a good look at yourself in the mirror. You're drinking barbecue sauce flavored soda.
What's
It
that,
has
Beth?
it has prune in it. It's some barbecue sauce shit.
I like root beer. Root beer is probably root beer.
No,
I can
because
fuck
root
with.
beer has sassafras root
Yeah.
as a flavor profile.
Root beer's got
That's
culture
not
to it.
regularly a flavor
Root beer's got
profile
that
of
history.
barbecue.
It's American right
Could
there.
be.
Root beer.
Dr. Pepper is watered down carbonated barbecue sauce. And if you drink it, you're probably
I like Dr. Pepper A1.
yeah.
That shit, I'll
That
drink
would-
it straight.
That would honestly be
Not
good.
carbonated, dude. That'd be great. Spicy Dr.
A1
Pepper, dude.
Spicy.
Yeah. 24 flavor.
Chili.
Oh my god.
It's the 24th flavor.
Yeah.
I would like a chili
Rest in
flavored
peace, Kobe
soda.
The 22nd flavor is fucking, what do you call it? Monosodium glutamate.
Alright.
That sounds eccentric.
And the 21st flavor is just Roundup.
Ah, yes, my favorite. Gives you that nice tan, nice Agent Orange.
There's a lot of big ideas.
Tons.
I wonder if
Our
Kansas
idea-
City lost to Minnesota yet.
Ah,
Our
dang it.
ideas are bigger than we are.
Bigger than my pay grade, that's for sure.
Well, everything's got a competitor to it, right? There's like two major brands that everyone competes for, and like you have a Pepsi, you have a Coke, you have an iPhone, you have an Android, you have a
Yeah, I mean, this is
Like the
just,
political system.
we're having
Yeah,
more
exactly,
and more,
that's
we're
what I'm
having more and
saying.
more mergers to the point where, yeah, it's just
like-
two versions of everything.
yeah.
Because that's all they can, that's the most they can get away with at present.
And we're waiting
I think pretty soon it's going to be one version of everything.
What did that do? Oh, you okay?
It almost knocks
It's
some
brought to you
signs
by-
off the fucking wall.
Budweiser.
Ooh, it puts a marker on the thing. We're at an hour 18.
It's fucking strong.
What do you think?
So far, we've covered quite a bit of things.
We have covered a
We've covered
lot.
Harrison, Iceberg,
Harrison,
capital of Arkansas.
capitalism,
Yeah,
communism.
everyone knows all my personal opinions now. which is
Nothing
scary.
especially funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rob is a
He's
communist.
definitely a Pepsi guy.
But like he's like a cool one.
I'm like I don't know, I wouldn't even say I'm a communist. I'm just more left-leaning than the average American, which is really kind of like a centrist.
Very popular thing to say these days, Rob.
Yeah, he skates
What a
goofy.
hero.
So that's okay.
Just saying it, dude. It's like in
And-
the global community, I'm pretty much like center of the aisle, probably.
We found out the heart of America is consumerism. Everything has a brand, and everyone fights over brands.
We've just been pushed a little bit right.
But we already knew that. And yeah,
Neoliberalism is destroying the world.
Yeah. They just don't stop.
I think it's nice we have that balance of liberalism and capitalism, or socialism and capitalism.
Well,
It's
liberals
nice.
are capitalists.
Liberals are oh,
Yeah,
okay.
liberal
So
is more
socialism
of
and capitalism, right?
Yeah,
Would
yeah,
you
yeah.
say those are the two alters, the two opposites?
Kind of, yeah. It's a little more. Whatever. We're not politicians. Yeah, we're not
Politics
political
are not my
science
strong
majors.
suit at all.
None of us really even know what the fuck we're talking about.
Tune in next time for Bachelor Science, where a bunch of political science majors try to get a job. My name has been Conrad Lensmeyer.
At a
Thank you all
pizza
for
joint.
tuning in this afternoon. We'll be broadcasting again tomorrow live from the same place.
Yeah.
Keep finding tricky shit to do with the camera over there.
We have the hottest pizza,
Bake.
Oh, yeah.
Die.
even in the winter.
Thank you for listening. Brooklyn, lady sitting behind us.
Yeah.
Oh, and Barack Obama. Don't forget him.
Yeah, and his under.
Charlie Kilbane. Cocaine is good. Learn it all here. All right, yeah. That's the main enhancement drug.
Barack Obama.
In the band. Yeah,
Nice.
That's a great takeaway. Thank
Shout
you,
out to
Charlie.
Conrad's drummer.
Yeah, Charlie Kilbane.
I'm sure he's a fantastic gentleman.
He recently got surgery and I never asked you what it was about.
Hope your surgery went well.
Yeah, it seems like you're still around.
Yeah, it
So,
seems like he said something. So
Try
that's a
Tai
sign.
Chi out. It's good for you.
Yeah.
He's typing and hasn't slowed down his typing skills.
It's a girl.
Probably,
Yeah.
or her.
Oh.
Yeah.
There.
There. Yeah.
So the surgery was below the arm, so we know that.
Well,
All right.
yeah, emergency surgery, actually.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no.
Below the arms.
Well,
Okay.
I hope that didn't put you in an economic hole or a physical hole. I hope you're doing well.
Well, she works for the VA, so it's a coin toss. All right, this has been Bachelor Science Podcast. Thank you all for listening. My name is Conrad Lensmeyer here with Robbie and Larry. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.
I feel like we're getting better at this, whatever that means.
Oh, have you done this before? The podcast?
Yeah, we've done this a few times.
Oh, okay.
We typically do like Monday nights.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
I've
you,
kind of been like almost an unofficial co-host.
Yeah,
glad you both knew.
He's auditioning.
Wait,
He's the only guy who shows up.
I'm the only guy who doesn't have anywhere else to be.
He lost his job. And I'm like, ooh. I know what you can do.
You want to do something for free?
What?
it comes back to you. Give and receive. There you go.
Shit, we'll see.
I'd be
Sponsored
salty.
by Pepsi.
I'd be salty doing it for free if it actually generated income.
Mountain Dew?
Otherwise-
Oh, yeah, no, I can't show you any receipts.